A lot of contractors require a down payment. Let's just do this magical $10,000 job. And when a contractor says, I need $5,000 down and the job's 10, do you give them the $5,000? Do you not, or how do you handle that?
I do not. I do not pay up front. I pay as work is completed. At any job in America, when you walk on the job, you don't get paid the same day. You have to work a week or two in the hole. The power that contractors have over us is that they have the power of a lien. So that if we don't pay them, they could put a lien on our property. That prevents us from selling it without paying them. As investors, we have no protection. And that is why I don't pay contractors up front. I pay as work is completed.
Wow. Now, how do you feel about that? Are you cool with starting a job without having any money down?
I am not. I would start a job with nothing down for someone I've worked a lot of projects with. However, if I'm working with someone brand new, I would require some down payment, maybe 20%, something just to make sure that we're all above board here. I have worked with out-of-state investors, and usually I try to find a third party to act as an escrow agent, like a management company if that's how they came to me. And more than likely, that's a really nice alternative to work out, because now the out-of-state investor's okay because they're giving some money to a management company they trust. I'm working with a management company I trust. They can go on site and see if the work's getting done and kind of be a second set of eyes on it.
Well, this is funny that just in this conversation opening up, I know I've been on both sides. I've done some general contracting when the real estate market crashed. I was doing a little bit of that. And I know exactly how you feel, and I know exactly how you feel. So it's interesting to see. I would never give money down, and I would require money down. So let's pretend the third-party escrow did not exist, and you were going to try to hire him. Is there a point that you'd cave in to give a little bit of a down payment?
No, there's not.
There's not. Is there a point you would cave in?
There's too much work out there.
Yeah.
There's too much work.
I just say, sorry, it wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm. The only stipulation that I would make is if there were supplies that were needed to get started, I would pay for those supplies myself and have control over those supplies, but the labor I would not pay for up front.
Wow, see, there's a whole hour of talking about supplies. I mean, there's a ton of things there. You can get supplies if you're smart and you've been in this business a while.
Yes.
You can get deep discounts on your supplies, which I feel is part of the contractor's repertoire, that what we know how to do. It's part of what we've developed. So I always have a problem if someone wants to buy my supplies, because I know where I'm going to get them. I know who I trust to get them. I know I can get them at sometimes 30%, 40% off markup, with standard pricing. So even that gets a little odd.
So you'd prefer to give a labor and material price?
Yes.
And you'd prefer to buy some supplies and just pay as work is done?
That's not my preference. That would be the compromise that I would make. And even if they were his supplies from his supplier, I would pay for those supplies so that he could do the job, but then I pay for the labor once it's complete. I do not choose to pay for supplies separately from labor. I want one full price that I will pay as work is completed. That's what I prefer.
So on a $10,000 project, I would want $2,000 up front. Maybe we could work something out where I would buy the materials, have them delivered, and expect payment when you knew they were delivered to your job site. That way maybe we could both be satisfied. Because there is so much that goes into purchasing on the contractor side. You've developed relationships over years. Maybe you've got volume discounts. Maybe you're purchasing things in a certain way that you get even deeper discounts. And those are all things that a contractor should be able to work on and improve and refine to take advantage of. So if a investor such as you wants to then pay directly, I lose out on all that.
Right.
So here in the Cleveland market, we have a grocery store that you can buy gift cards for a lot of the big box stores. And by buying those, let's say $1,000 gift card, there's a couple free tanks of gas. Are you good with that as your down payment? Say, here's the gift cards. Go get your own supplies at the supply house.
Actually, no, because that's part of my strategy. I have a credit card that I use that pays me perks, cashback rewards. I use that to buy my gift cards at GetGo. So I get my free gas then. Then I go to Home Depot and I go to the Pro Desk. I make sure I get my purchase over $1,500, so I get it into the bid room. They give me further discounts. I also make sure I shop when the Menards discount is running, so I get a further 11%. And that's just some of it. There are so many aspects to what I'm doing to save money on the purchasing side. So basically, when I'm shopping at Home Depot for your project, I can get 20 to 30% off what you would normally pay. But that's all because I've done my homework.
He is 100% correct. Like all these tricks he does, I do. I know. I'm like, wow, you really are dialed in. And it's a lot of work to horse around with all that stuff. That's for sure.
I like your sound.